Okay. Amaraba.
Ngonya.
Amaraba.
Angonia.
Ansere.
Na.
Great. This is how we read. So just to give you a bit of context, I told you the last time, or I had the chance to discuss with some of you, the number of languages that are spoken in Ghana, quite a lot. Did you know that we have over 7,000 languages globally? And in Africa alone, we have over 2,000 languages. Breaking it down to Ghana, we have a little over 80 languages. This map is not able to capture all the languages, but at least it's able to capture up to 68 languages. Dagbani is number 18, and that is exactly where the language is spoken. A little over 1.7 million people speak the language. The number keeps declining, which means if we don't take our time, it's going to be endangered. To give you a bit of context, the way I hear is how we dress locally, and this is like the traditional architecture of our place, but contemporary buildings are quite different now. So today we're going to be talking about how to document your language using digital platforms. I want to use the Dagbani language as a case study. I'm giving you this context or this background so that you can relate and connect with where we came from. The language started way back in the 11th century, and up to now, like, there is very little documentation. Somewhere in 2015, two individuals, Sadiq Shahadu and Mohammed, they came out with this whole idea of having to document the language through Wikimedia project, and this was when they created an incubator language for the Dagbani language. And fast forward in 2020, we were able to move from the incubator, that is, we created over 1,000 articles, and we were able to move from the incubator into the mainstream language. And we got the Dagbani Wikimedians User Group registered. The Dagbani Wikimedians User Group is a not-for-profit organization that seeks to support the 16 Mabia languages. The 16 Mabia languages are mutually intelligible languages that are spoken in Ghana, Togo, and Burkina Faso. And a lot of us are from languages that have very little documentation. How did we start with documenting on Wikimedia projects? There's a platform called translate.wiki.net where you can go and translate most of the user interface keywords we usually see when we use our Android devices or when we use our Windows machines or any of the online platforms we visit. So it was through the translate.wiki.net project that we translated most of the statements into Dagbani, and now we can read content and all the buttons and all the features of Wikimedia projects in Dagbani. How do we do this? We do this through community works. We recruit community volunteers through the radio, through TV, and through social media platforms. And we organize editathons, like edit marathons, to be able to do all of these. We again also organize photo contests. As you can see, this is a picture of a Wikilabs monument to document monumental features around the Northern Territories. We also organize contests to kind of work on different projects. Now, this is the main purpose of today's presentation, which is the digital footprinting. If you want to also use the Dagbani model to document your language, you can first of all start with the translate.wiki.net, your language which has an ISO code. All languages that have ISO code are already available on the translate.wiki.net, and you can translate content into your language. Again, also, you can use Wikimedia projects such as Wikipedia, Wikimedia Commons. We heard a lot about Wikipedia today, and for Wikimedia Commons, it's a repository of media files, images, videos, and audios, as well as GIF and other media-related files. Wikidata is like a structured platform, so unlike Wikipedia that have got lots of paragraphs of content, Wikidata is just all about like structured information. And what makes Wikidata quite unique is the fact that it is both human readable and machine readable, where every item, like an article, is given a Q number or a Q ID. Now you can document your language by creating labels for all store items on Wikidata in your language. For example, in English it is cat, and in your language it is, then you mentioned. In my language it is called Jankuno. And once I'm able to translate this into Jankuno, it is automatically connected to over 330 languages which are currently supported in the Wikimedia ecosystem. Again, also you can document manuscripts of your language using the Wikisource platform. If you want to create a digital dictionary of your language, you can use the Wiktionary platform. All these are open source platforms, like they are on the Creative Commons licenses that other people can reuse what you are working on. You can also create books related to your language for teaching of children, for teaching of adults, using the Wikibooks. And there are a lot of interesting quotations in our languages that are totally missing online. Go online today and search about quotations, and they are just from the more outspoken languages like English, French, and Portuguese. You can go to Wikiquotes and document your own language. Fast forward in 2019, when we wanted to document 4,000 words of Dagbani, we used the Spell for Wiki app. Unfortunately, it is only Android-based mobile app where you can just literally record every little word in your language, and it will be automatically documented on Wikimedia Commons, where other people can use it. Currently, people are building AI tools using the data set we built using Spell for Wiki. Again, you can use the Lingua Libra to record words of your language. In fact, we wanted to demonstrate it today, but technology has its own ways of disappointing people, and we're disappointed. Again, also, you can use Mozilla Common Voice. Mozilla Common Voice is one of the newest projects where you can come out with a data set like sentences from your language, and then you use crowdsourced recording to record all these sentences, and people can use this to build text-to-speech translation for your language. Dagbani is currently working on something like that. Again, you can use social media platforms. Of course, social media platforms are not like open source, but they are a great way of documenting our languages because those are the places where we connect more. When we live here, the only place we can get to interact will be through social media platforms, right? How about posting one word of your language every day on social media? We also found it very difficult connecting with people who could not come to our program, so we started the Dagbani Wikipedians, where we go on TV and we are able to educate people on how to edit Wikipedia so that lots of people can watch it directly from their homes. We've also worked on online dictionaries. Currently, people are using the data sets we have built and the content we have built on Wikipedia to create OER projects that you can also start working on for your language. We again also started the Dagbani initiative called Sopala, where we are using innovative ways to test students using the Moodle app in Dagbani. And finally, I want to talk about the NLP project, that's natural language processing. We collaborated with Google to create data sets of English to Dagbani translation, and currently there's an app built called the HIGA app that is able to do the translation. In fact, the summary of all that I'm trying to say is that do not belittle the little contributions you can make towards your language. In any way you want to do it, just at least this is a model we have used, and these are all online digital platforms. Most of them are open source that you can use. Thank you so much.
Any question?